Oh, it's recording.
Yeah, I'm actually clean
Oh my
shaven this time.
Oh shit, it's recording. I don't shave at all. Hello, all peoples who may or may not be watching this. Welcome back to another
Batch.
batch. It's just a this is just text on screen now that just says batch. That's it.
High quality entertainment. High
High
quality
quality entertainment. That is our motto here at Hydra Studios 16. Where the
I thought it
6
was
one
no,
of our names.
I thought it was memes to the grave. At least that was my idea.
I never wrote that down, so.
Well, clearly we're living by two different life philosophies here.
I guess so. So, this is some more JohnJohn talk, JoJo, because we have great names here. Uh, so many people have watched the other ones.
I mean, realistically, more people than I've ever seen in one room have. So that's
Have you ever been to a concert? Because
no.
I've seen more people. Oh, well, there you go.
I don't leave my house very often. Other than for work and social calls.
Reasonable. I wish I could do that, but I have required to leave my house for more things for dumb reasons. But yes, we put up 4 videos, 3 of which I actually called the series that we're calling this, and they have reached out to about 200 people.
Yeah,
200 views. Not too shabby, all things considered, honestly. So that's not bad. I really wish. It's not that I wish there were more people watching it. I wish more people that watch it left some comments. Just more stuff we can work off of.
You want to know how you can improve and such.
Yeah, I want input.
Bad, even if it's criticism.
Yeah, I want input of all kinds. And I'm gonna throw this out here now. This is probably gonna be the last time we record this through Skype because Skype sucks. And
what are we gonna use though?
We my friends have turned me on to better methods using Discord and OBS. But I have not had the time to troubleshoot that shit and get everything working the way I like it. So for this batch, we're still gonna use Skype because it's just literally you press one button and it records just fine. The video does get a little bumpy sometimes, but that's okay. These are supposed to be podcasts. You're supposed to be listening and not necessarily watching, even though I throw up an image. Like right now. I did it. I put up an image. Did you see it?
Most of these no, I did not in fact see it because I'm not living in your editing software. I have a life outside of your computer, Jonathan.
Debatable.
I'll have you know, I've actually started uploading my own videos, even though I said last time we did these batches, I said I wasn't going to do them.
Last time you said you anti-content.
Last time I committed to providing anti-content, and yet in the time since we last recorded, I have uploaded 4 videos.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We have found a niche that John both is really good at and loves to do, which is Bernie Sanders impressions. It's if you haven't seen those,
I have scared.
I'll definitely put. Oh my god, we have a video. We have him doing funny Valentine quotes. Might still be the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Just because we were just talking about funny Valentine that for a bit, and then he started doing quotes.
It was because I made a meme of Funny Valentine, and I sent it to you, and you actually are going to make a video of it for Valentine's Day.
As just because this is going up in the future, today is February 10th. That video will be up by the time this is up because of the time I have to actually edit. So we're going to put on screen right now how well that video is doing. Hopefully good. Because I mean, it's kind of an old meme, but it's pretty funny. And of course, the image itself is Well, it's just fucking brilliant, is what it is. It's just like I can't not love how fucking funny it is.
Me
Good
well,
work, man.
you said you hated it. You hated it, and you hated how accurate it was. To bet the other
I
guy,
hate how incredibly accurate it is, but it's beautiful, is what it is.
my personal favorite video is the one where I'm Colonel Sanders as Bernie Sanders. That's still my
Colonel
favorite.
Sanders is really good. Of course, there's also the one that I actually asked you to do specifically,
All right,
which
Bernie's
was
take on the
someone.
gays.
So someone put up, doctored a photo of Bernie Sanders' website, and it said that his LGBT rights stance was he's going to ban heterosexuality, which I've been passing that around for a few days now, and I can't get enough of it. So to have John read that in a brilliant impression, it's so funny. Like, seriously, this is good content. It really is. It's classy and
Real class.
topical. It's
Yeah,
real classy. It's topical because
classy.
Bernie Sanders gets screwed up again. Anyway, so uh other news that is topical right this minute, the Academy Awards just happened.
Yeah, I didn't
Uh
watch any of it.
that's fine because I wanted to talk about them. Because I watch them all the way through like I do every single year.
'Cause you're a nerd.
Uh yes, because I'm a nerd and I like watching rich people
Congratulate
be rich.
themselves with congratulate
Yeah.
themselves with golden statues.
Yeah, pretty much. Although there's some people there that are not rich, because there's people who work in sound and no, those are the only people who wouldn't be rich. No, sorry. Also the
Hmm.
visual effects people, because they get whipped if they get out of line. Um, yeah, it was. I must say, for the most part, it was a pretty standard affair for the Oscars. Not a whole lot of surprises, which it's always sad when there's not a lot of surprises at the Oscars because you always want to be taken off guard by
I mean,
the picks. But
you were certainly surprised by Parasite winning instead of Joker.
now here's the thing: no, Joker had almost no chance of winning Best Picture. It really didn't. The con the I think we all thought that 1917 was probably going to win. Uh, so here's the thing about Parasite: it deserved to win.
Are you
It
saying
was
that? Are you saying that just because it's the first international film to do
no,
that?
no, 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 no. Well, I mean, it is historic. That is a historic thing. That's very important. But it deserved to win because, so here's the thing: my favorite film of 2019 is still Jojo Rabbit. Jojo
Hmm.
Rabbit is my favorite film of the year. But if I'm going by all the all the aspects that make up a film, the writing, the acting, the cinematography, the production design, the editing, the sound design, Parasite is perfect. Like, it's as close to absolute perfection as you can get in cinema. And it it should be considered the best film of the year because without a doubt, objectively speaking, it was the best film made in 2019. Absolutely hands down, no contest. But it is a foreign film, and the Academy notoriously does not pick foreign films for Best Picture. It just this is the like I said, this is the first time this has ever happened that a foreign film has won the Best Picture prize in 91 years. Like, that's insane. So the reason that I didn't think it was going to win was on top of the Academy fucking hating
Hmm.
foreign films because they're very American centric, is
Hmm.
because the night was looking very, very similar to last year. So again, speaking from a very technical speaking from a very technical and objective perspective, Roma was the best film made in 2018. It won uh, best director. and it won Best Foreign Film, and then it lost Best Picture. Those two things happened, and then it lost Best Picture. The same exact thing happened to Parasite. It won Best Foreign Picture. No, it's called International Feature now. Because I guess that sounds better? I don't know. I still call it foreign film. It won that, and then it won Best Director. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's dead. It's gone. The chance is gone. This is exactly what happened last year. They're not going to change because the Academy never fucking changes. It's not going to happen. And then it won. And then I think my heart stopped because I was so, like, overcome with joy that this had happened, because it deserves it. Fucking hell, it deserves it. Oh, Parasite is such an amazing movie. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like, I mean, there was a lot of films up for Best Picture that I would have been happy with. Like, I mean, if JoJo Rabbit won, I would have been ecstatic. If 1917 won, well, it equally would have deserved it. Like, it's 1917 is an amazing movie. Don't get me wrong here. If Little Women won, that would have been kind of satisfying. I'm not gonna lie, because Greta Gerwig got fucking thrown to the curb for Best Director, and then everything else was just kind of like, are you sure? We sure about this? Like, Ford vs Ferrari, really? For Best Picture? I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. I really don't. Joker for Best Picture? No. Why 11 times, Academy? Why 11 nominations for that movie? I really don't understand.
Because it was so popular.
Yeah,
It got so much attention, and
Yep, it was so popular. Yeah. God damn it. It's not bad.
You don't like Joker.
Okay, all right. No.
We can actually have a discussion about this, since I've actually seen Joker.
Okay.
Unlike every other film that was mentioned, I haven't seen any of those.
You need to see JoJo Rabbit, Parasite, 1917. They're like 3 films that they're must sees for my
I will read
book.
the Wikipedia plot synopsis. I can promise no more.
That's not good enough for those. It's really not. But anyway, Joker. I don't hate it. All right, I don't want to make it seem like I hate Joker. I really don't. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It has a lot of flaws that a lot of the detractors are not the detractors. A lot of the fanboys are not even like touching on. Like, they're ignoring all the flaws. All right, the dialogue is really awkwardly written. And I mean, I'll give it some props that it kind of felt like a comic book at times, which is good. But as we found out from the first Spider-Man movie, writing a film like you write a comic book doesn't sound right. It sounds awkward. And that's something that's very noticeable for me in Joker. The score, which won Best Score, is atrocious.
I think I'd probably disagree with you on that one. I think everything was fit normally. Like, I understand you feeling like it being atrocious, but I kind of feel it fits with the kind of erratic suffering that he has to deal with. Okay, so like he kind of has to swing from these manic stages to this depressive state because of the whole mental illness thing.
So, all right, so atrocious. All right, you know what? Bad choice of words. It's not atrocious. I've heard scores that are atrocious, unlistenable. The problem is how it was implemented. A good score, like, pushes up the drama. It pushes up the scene. It helps, keep the scene. I don't know how to describe this. It doesn't overtake the scene. It support the score is supposed to support your scene. Joker's score, every single time it came on, overtook the scene, and it overtook the emotion, and for me, it was like someone took a hammer that said "feel bad" and slammed it in my face over and over again every time that score came up. And its use of licensed music was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Every time. But then, like the scene on the stairs. Everyone loves talking about the scene on the stairs. It has that licensed song. I can't remember the
Yeah.
name. But we know what we're talking about.
Isn't it
And
Smile? I
yeah,
think.
yeah, right?
I think that. Wait, no. Smile was one used in the trailers.
Put it on screen, John, in the future. Please, just do a little bit of fucking research for once in your life. But like, that's really good. And he's coming down the stairs, and then all of a sudden, the score comes in, kind of abruptly, and I'm just like, really? Why? Why are you doing this? They could keep that song going until the 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 scene where he abandons where he escapes the cops on the subway. If they had changed over there, I think it would have been way stronger. But that's just an opinion. I just don't like how they did it in the film proper. But for me, the absolute biggest problem with Joker, and this is gonna sound really dumb,
I
is
might
that it's a
argue
comic.
with you. That it's a comic book movie.
Seriously,
Well,
and let me explain this one. All right, because I've made this argument a lot these past few months. If the movie had nothing to do with the character of the Joker, the comic book character of the Joker, all right, it didn't have any of the DC elements, no Gotham, no Arkham, no Waynes, and it was just the same exact story, it would have been way better.
how can you claim this?
Because without it, with the comic book aspects put in, I have already lost sympathy for this character. Because you're trying to say that this is the origin story of the guy that goes on to kill hundreds, if not thousands of people in literally cold blood while laughing maniacally, beating the shit out of you with crowbars for a laugh. I'm sorry, you can't make me sympathize with that. You
Well,
just
I don't think you necessarily have to find sympathy in it, more so as fascination. Like it's the same, like literally as much as the directors claim that they didn't get much inspiration from past stories or past incarnations of the Joker.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. That's nonsense.
Everyone knows that it basically follows the same philosophy of one bad day, but it expands it to not a one bad day, but more like a bad month, where you just kind of see him continually get beat down. So you come to understand why he flat out loses his mind. It's kind of like how Spock put it. You can understand what someone's doing, but you not condone it. I think that's kind of the whole point. Is it's just the fascination of this character. Basically, everyone knows at this day and age.
Then you keep going. Keep going.
Well, no, and just like giving a synopsis, especially since there's so much mystery and fascination surrounding a Joker because he has no canonical origin. There's popularly accepted elements and like repeated themes or repeated imagery, but DC has made it a point to keep the Joker so ambiguous that it's fascinating to see or imagine the ways you can go about his origin. I will say, I will give you this, that the scene where he goes to Wayne Manor and like creeps out little Bruce was kind of unnecessary. I genuinely do feel the one time Bruce should have shown up at all in the film was at the end when his parents get shot. Just
Wow,
as like,
that's such a cliche to do that too.
yeah, but you kind of have to punctuate it because
Do you? Do you? It
well,
just
at least
it
for this
just felt
movie,
for me it felt like a checkbox. It wasn't it didn't need it to make a good movie. You just felt like you needed to make it connected to Batman.
and well, you still do need to punctuate it though because Thomas Wayne is such a important character to the rest of the story. You still got to like you got to get to where his fate ended up.
Thomas Wayne's inclusion in the story just felt so forced anyway.
I mean, but he instigates like the riots, or he like his wording kind of is what causes these social movements that kind of make the Joker feel this grandiose feeling of self-importance.
And it could have been anyone. It didn't have to be Thomas Wayne. And it just feels in line with this weird modern sense of of Batman stories or Batman prequel stories being like, see, Thomas Wayne wasn't such a good guy after all. Ha ha
Yeah,
ha. Like, so
I
what?
don't understand why Telltale did that as well.
Yeah, they did it first. And like, why did they do that? And it really hurt an overall good game. It was a
I
good
don't know.
story. And then it was like, why? Why are we doing
Well,
this?
I mean, I think the reason they're doing it is because they want to try and like they're doing like a Steven Universe thing where they take this character that is not physically present, who is looked up to by basically everyone, because everyone imagines Thomas Wayne was who inspired Bruce to become Batman in a way. And then you subvert that by saying, well, no, they were actually a pretty terrible person. So it's like this
Yeah, but
new
it's being
subvert.
it was all it was
It's this
already
trend.
being it was already being done to death before Joker came out. When
Mhm.
Joker came out, it really felt like it was kicking a dead horse. Like it just.
Well, yeah, but at
But
the
no,
same time, this is
I'll refute my
Hollywood.
own
This is
sentence.
Hollywood. They drag their feet on everything.
I will refute my own sentence. I don't know when this script started. I do not know when they started writing the
I
script.
believe
So
they
you know what?
started writing it in 2015 or 2016, something like that.
So back when the cliche wasn't dead yet. I will give them that. I'll step back and say, you know what? I completely. A film is not made in 5 weeks. It is made over the course of many years. It really
Mm.
is. You always got to remember that, and sometimes you forget. It's okay. Again, I don't hate Joker at all. Joaquin Phoenix winning Best Actor,
Mm-hmm.
deserved. No
Yeah, oh
problems
yeah,
here.
totally, yeah, totally. He
I would
really knocked it out of the park.
I would have loved it if Jonathan Pryce won because I connected more to that performance. But Joaquin Phoenix's performance was the best part of Joker, hands
Mm-hmm.
down. There's no question about that. Great job, Joaquin. Good job on winning that Oscar. Very odd acceptance speech, by the way. I'm pretty sure it was like what, like 3 minutes long. It
I
was
don't know.
really long.
I didn't watch the Academy Awards.
Just pushed. I'm talking to myself here. it was it was long, is all I was trying to say. It had like 3 applause breaks, and everyone was like, "Yeah, he's leaving now," and then he just kept talking.
uh,
It was very.
I thought they set time limits on those acceptance speeches.
Yeah, they do, but they give the actors and directors and producers more time because money. I agree. No, seriously, they like for who was it? Was no one of the awards. There were three. I believe it was. I no, it wasn't documentary short. No, shit. There was an award for one of the smaller awards because
Mm-hmm.
there's all awards at the Oscars, which is fucking stupid. Uh, and there were 3 people that went up. One of them had a speech that was a little long. It was like 30 or 40 seconds. And then the second person came up to speak and they started playing them off. And it was like, really? You could give them a little bit more time?
Ooh, that's bad.
Like me and my friend Jake were watching this and we're like, wow, that's that's kind of fucked up, honestly. That's and then they give Joaquin Phoenix like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes to talk about nonsense for most of it. Like, really? Come on, play him off. But well done, Joaquin. My boy Taika won an Oscar.
Yeah, I know. You've never stopped talking about how much you love that man.
I love Taika Waititi. He's the coolest. He is my favorite director of this generation. He really is. He didn't even get nominated for director, which I thought was sad. He won for best adapted screenplay,
Mm-hmm.
which you know what, I'll fucking take it. I will take it. The
You just
man
want to
won
see
it
him.
up.
You just want to see him climb up those Oscar rankings until he gets Best
Yeah.
Picture, Best Director, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do. I really do. It was actually his speech was really funny because when something that not everyone knows about the Oscars, they don't actually hand you the real Oscar when you go up on stage. They hand you, a something that looks like an Oscar. They hand it to you, and then backstage you put it back and they recycle them. So and then you get the real Oscar in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
So he got up on stage. I guess either he didn't know that or he wanted to make a joke out of it, and he picks it up and he goes, "This is really light. This is a lot lighter than I think it should be."
Ooh.
It's just,
I
it's
think I
hilarious.
think that's a shade joke. I think that's a joke.
It probably is. And then I mean, director Bong Joon-ho, going up 4 times that night. Like
Hmm.
every single award that his name was on, like he won. It was crazy. But
Yeah.
he went up every single time. It was 3 times that he actually spoke. He let his co-producer speak for the best picture winner because he had spoken 3 times that night.
Hmm.
Every single time he won, he ended his speech with I will go drinking until morning now.
Yeah.
Like that's a boss, man. Fucking
I mean,
boss, man.
The Koreans and the Japanese, the one thing they seem to share is they love to drink. They
Oh
love to
yeah.
social drink.
Oh, he is probably so hungover right now, and is
Uh,
he's he's probably having a great day today.
oh yeah, probably.
I mean, to uh, director Bong has been around for quite a while now. Uh, we only get like a couple of his films in America, which is really sad because his work is it's so good. Have you seen Snowpiercer?
No.
You should see Snowpiercer. That's like his first like American co-produced movie because it's got Chris
Mm.
Evans as the star. Uh, Great fucking movie. Everyone, the world. It's the apocalypse. The world freezes over, and how they're the only surviving humans live on a train. The train never stops.
Is this like the Train to Busan? Because I like
No,
that movie.
it's just a train that goes around the world.
In
Train just
80 days.
go. I don't know how long it takes to go around the world, but it's the children on the train all sing a song. If the engine ever stops, we'll all freeze and die.
Yay!
What a fun movie. Parasite also fun, but it's very fucked up, and it's a very dark message, and it's just depressing, honestly, if you really think about it, because it's all
Cynical.
about it's all about the rich being completely oblivious to the needs of the impoverished.
Mm.
So
Which
it's
is the
good.
exact message that the Joker had.
Yeah, it is, but it was told better.
Was it? Was it?
My opinion, it was
Fair enough. Fine.
because well, maybe that's very classist of me because the Joker ends in with the poor rising up and
Yeah, the
Parasite.
poor actually like the Joker sounds like it has a better message because it actually implies the poor should take action, as
Yes,
opposed to Parasite, which I assume just implies people should eat the rich people.
no, it doesn't imply that people that they should eat the rich people. It's a better message it's because it's realistic to me. It's like, yeah, you could try to take out to step up in the world, but at the end of the day, status quo is going to remain the same whether no matter what you do.
I know nothing about this film, but I'm imagining my own story plan just from the like just from the theme you are giving me and from the name.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Speaking of the Academy Awards, we put out that Academy Award video that I said I was gonna do.
What's
Yeah.
we shit? I didn't do anything involved with that.
I don't know why I said we. I'm sorry. I did it. I I was editing for about 17
Yeah,
hours.
your power went out in the middle of your
Oh my
editing,
god. Yeah, it's
and
my
you like gained a homicidal rage I have rarely
so
seen from you.
I like to edit overnight because that's when I feel like I get the most done. When I feel like I have to I have to do this or I'm gonna start hurting soon. Like that's the sort of the ways I work. It's not very smart, but whatever. So I was editing over Thursday night into Friday, and this was a long ass project. I was recording the VO that night. I was finding the assets, and I was putting it all together. It was around 3 p.m. I was taking a little break because obviously I'd been up for over 24 hours by then. I had only finished about 5 or 6 minutes of the actual project, and then all of a sudden the power cut completely, and the rest of the day was a complete wash, and it was horrifying. Like I was
And anger-inducing for
I
you.
was so angry. I have never felt that much rage in a long time. But, you know, I slept for about 15 hours. No, no, it was more like 13 hours that I slept after that because it was pitch black. So, no reason to stay awake, right?
Yeah.
Uh, woke up the next day, got a little bit done, went to work, and then was editing like in Madman
So you could make that deadline.
and I put for myself, yeah. And then I didn't finish it Saturday. I finished it on Sunday at like 6 o'clock, and then exporting and uploading took forever, like it always does. And we just barely got it up in time. The Oscars had just started. Put the fucking thing up.
Success, and you can finally now move on to editing other things now.
Yes.
Your life is nothing but editing.
Pretty much. I'm gonna get some editing shit done this week, and then next week I said I'm taking a complete break from editing. I'm not gonna do anything like this because my family's gonna be away on vacation. I have work, so I'm not going anywhere. So I say, you know what? When I'm not working, I'm just gonna chill, have some good time. Because I'm gearing up for next James Bond movie. So I'm rewatching all the James Bond movies in a row. What? What?
Nothing.
Nothing. That face doesn't say nothing to me.
I'm just excited to see how you take this next James Bond.
I hope it's gonna be good.
Considering James Bond is basically becoming Doctor Who.
Are you talking about the changing of actors or?
Yes.
I mean, that's been around for a while.
What is it with the British and like having the same
right?
fundamentally be a different actor?
Well, I mean, at least I don't watch a lot of Doctor Who. I've seen a little bit. My friends are obsessed with it, so I know a decent amount. At least they come up with a fucking reason why the actor changes. It's a very like science fiction reason, but it's a reason. James Bond just changes it on the dime. It'll be fucking.
Pierce Brosnan will always be the best James Bond. Always be the best.
Sorry, but whenever I think James Bond, I think Timothy Dalton.
You are wrong. Just like the best Doctor is the 8th Doctor.
I don't have an opinion on who's the best Doctor because I haven't watched enough Doctor Who to know. I don't have a formed opinion. Like Sean Connery is amazing as Bond. He just is. He's Sean Connery. He's the original.
Yeah. He somehow survived the smoke expectations of his character.
Yeah. George Lazenby only had that one movie, but it was a solid movie.
Yeah, but he only did it once, so by proxy, I mean.
Okay, wait. Fun fact about George Lazenby, because I've been wanting to tell people this for a while because I just found this out. He lied on his resume to get that job.
Really? What'd he say?
So basically, George Lazenby wasn't an actor.
Mm-hmm.
He was a model.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to play James Bond so bad that he went up to the producers to ask to play James Bond. He had a list of films that he was in that didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very clever about this because he said that all the films that he was in were made in Czechoslovakia, Russia, and East Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the late 60s in England. The producers couldn't prove that those films didn't exist. They took his word for it because they weren't allowed to go and see them.
Yeah, because the Eastern Bloc.
Yeah. So.
And it's actually very appropriate because Bond spends so much time fighting the Eastern Bloc.
It's true. So yeah, that's how George Lazenby became Bond, by lying.
Then he became Bond once, and then never was Bond again.
And then Sean Connery came back for a movie, and then was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Roger Moore, which is who most people say is the best Bond.
Well, they are
But clearly,
wrong.
we both think they're wrong.
Yes.
I like, I like Roger Moore. I do. But when his films are good, they're really good. When his films are bad, they're really bad. Like, I don't know why people forgive some of his really bad ones. Fuck it. Moonraker, man. Moonraker is so boring. Like, Moonraker might be the only James Bond movie I fell asleep during.
Mm.
It's just that fucking boring. It really is. Moonraker might be the worst James Bond movie. It might be.
Well, we'll see. Maybe this upcoming one could be the worst.
That's true. Who knows?
Shoot for the stars.
Well, okay. So here's why I don't think it's gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's gonna be great. I don't know if it's gonna be just good. I don't know if it's gonna be average. The reason I think it's not gonna be bad is because with the Daniel Craig Bonds, there's been a weird pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Casino Royale was really good,
Yeah.
so like sucked.
Okay.
Skyfall was really good, Spectre sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, good, bad. It's a pattern.
So you're hoping that the pattern will continue.
I'm hoping the pattern will continue.
And if it doesn't, he's going to lose this job as James Bond because
That might be his last one anyway.
probably.
Daniel Craig is getting old. It's a lot of work to do these movies.
I mean,
Do his own stunts, but
Robert Downey Jr. lasted like a decade. What's his excuse?
Because I hate to break people's hearts, but Robert Downey Jr.'s role as Iron Man was not as physically demanding as anyone playing James Bond.
But he has to fly so often.
That's not him.
What?
He has said this. He's admitted this in an interview. As soon as the helmet goes down, he goes home. He's not in the suit.
No.
He's not. It's just a fact. I'm sorry.
I can never enjoy a Marvel movie again.
No, I've ruined.
Tom Holland just goes home after he puts the mask on, and it's not him flipping around.
Only for the dangerous stunts, but no, not always. It's usually him, actually.
Okay, I feel a little bit better.
Okay. He's so sad.
I mean, I'm not coming back on screen because, like we said, this is a more audible.
Yeah, but if people look up and they just see your fucking door,
I'll give them this and nothing more.
That'll work. I can work with that. Put it a little bit more center. There you go. I don't want people getting cut off like I cut myself.
Like you did last time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
that was really dumb. So yeah, that's so yeah, James Bond. I'm planning on watching all of them leading up to No Time to Die. I've gotten through 2 so.
My arm was hurting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got through 2 so far. I got through Dr. No and From Russia with Love. They're really fun. I really enjoy them for silly action movies from the 60s. They really are. They actually, if I may go on a little tangent here, they have kind of the opposite problem from each other.
What do you mean?
Like, Dr. No has a really, really weak, like, first and second act. Like, they're just it's just kind of like James Bond just walking around from location to location being like, watch this then. And then he finds a thing that he needs and he, either kills someone or goes home. That's like everything that happens in the main part of Dr. No. Once they get to the island and actually confront Dr. No, the film gets amazing because Dr. No is an awesome villain and there's a lot of fun to be had on the island. But before that, there's not a whole lot to the film. From Russia with Love is an amazing spy thriller. It's really epic. It's really fun. There's a lot of crazy back and forth action, and there's this Spectre op who's manipulating both sides, the Russians and the British, and actually save James's life in one scene. It's really cool. And then the final confrontation with him is awesome, but then there's still like 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Just Spectre trying to kill James Bond in embarrassing fashion.
Well, no, it's
Like,
just Bond outsmarting them.
For the first time, sure. The second time, no. No. It's just embarrassing. It makes Spectre look really dumb. Especially since they kill their main tactician before the movie ends. Which was really funny.
Well, now they can't be out-tacticked, but from within.
Yes.
It's really smart when you think about it.
Yes. Well, so like the first two James Bond movie, like I said, it's the opposite problem. It's really weird. So that's why I think I like From Russia with Love more, because more of the film is really good. So I got planned tonight. I'm definitely doing Goldfinger. That's number 3.
Goldfinger is a real fun one.
Yes, it is. And then it depends on how I feel. I want to do Thunderball as well, because that's number 4, I believe. But if I'm going to do Thunderball, I also need to do Never Say Never Again. Because here's the thing. All the advertisements for No Time to Die is James Bond number 25, 25th James Bond movie. That's a lie. Because Never Say Never Again exists.
Yeah.
No one ever counts it. No one ever counts it. And it's the last time Sean Connery played James Bond, too. Until he came back for a video game. It's really weird that no one ever counts it. It's not in. I have the Blu-ray collection of all the James Bond movies. It's not in there. So I gotta find it online. But I want to count it because it's like, hey, this is forgotten. It's still a James Bond movie. He's still Sean Connery playing James Bond. But I think the reason that they dropped it is because it's technically a remake of Thunderball. So like, that's the only reason I can think of why they would drop it entirely.
They got to be running out of stories that have actually been written about James Bond to base movies off of.
Oh, they're completely out of books. They've been making stuff up for a while now.
How long until James Bond meets Harry Potter?
That would be funny.
That would be fun.
I would watch that.
It'd be like a Freddy versus Jason kind of thing.
Oh, totally. All right, so we've been going for like 40 or so minutes. I think that's a good place to